Alright, welcome folks back to another RC video. Can't really find much content to make, so I just thought I'd do a Q&A on the Traxxas XMAXX. It's been here for a bit, and this is basically like 4 months after owning it. It's been a pretty good truck. In my opinion, it is the world's strongest to me. In my opinion, it goes 50 miles per hour. It's a very strong guy. 4-wheel drive, open differential, which means opposite wheels can spin no matter what side is on. Very reliable. It can take a lot of abuse. It's had a lot done to it. One thing I do want to get into is the servo. Basically, the turning mechanism itself. The second week of owning it, out of 4 months, the second week, the servo on the inside broke. So I got a new servo horn, a new servo spring, and a new servo itself. And pretty much it started doing better after that. To be honest with you, I have not broken anything else after that. It's been doing pretty good, and as you can see, it has a new paint job and a new body. So I'm gonna show you something on that right now. Let me grab this real quick. If I can. So as you can see right here, this is the old XMAXX body. As you can see, it's not doing as well as the newer one. I mean, it got all dirty, it's broken. I mean, these bodies coming from them do not do too good stock, so I prefer you get the custom ones. Like, this is a Ford Silverado 2019 version. As you can see, it looks very nice. It's very good looking all around. Not a bad truck body. This customization was done by me, so nobody else can really say they own a paint job like this. And there may be a question of the 3.6s in the back. The 3.6 stands for, I mean, when this thing goes, it feels like it comes from hell, in an honest opinion. It's really hellish, so I just, like, screw it, 3.6. In the back, I've done my own stickering too. We got the Monster Energy symbol. And this video is not sponsored by Monster, but the symbol will be heavily implemented on the truck. Doesn't mean I'm sponsored though. We got the Pro line. We got K&N on top. So everything came together with the paint job. The wheel wells and everything are still doing good. And for the bottom of the RC itself, for 4 months you would think there was a lot of heavy damage underneath, but you will be surprised to see how it actually looks underneath for 4 months. So this is 4 months after having rocks thrown at it. If I can get some good lighting so you can actually see. If you look, there's little scratches and divots. The rears for the suspension and hub carriers are scratchy and all scratched up and digged up. But this is not really messing with the structural integrity. These little scrapes and scratches are just outer, and it's not really messing with the inner. So that's still very strong. The tires, no wear and tear yet. The new servo has not broken, surprisingly. The new servo is pretty good. And the only reason why the servo hasn't broken yet is straight just because it's metal. So everything's pretty much good all up in here, over here. And you might even be curious about the drivetrain. I will get into that in another video, part 2 of the Q&A. But I won't get into that right now because it takes too long to take apart. So let's flip it back over and go under the hood. so to speak. Oh, but before we go under the hood, let's talk more about the body. So, the only way I saved it from getting destroyed like the other one is by putting two washers on the front. I had spares, so I just put them on the front. And if Traxxas wonders how to fix that, I prefer you use the thick washers that they use. The small ones like that, you should use that and it'll save your front, and pretty much everything else around it will settle down. Like this is not budging no more. This back there is doing fine, all because I put these two washers in the front. Now that versus something that didn't have those two washers in the front, you can see there's holes in it. It's all cracked. If I would have had the same washers in front of this, it wouldn't have been so cracked and broken like this. These two holes and all four of these holes, this body's done and it could not hold together. But this one's pretty good. But you would be thinking that the body hasn't broken down yet. The body has indeed broken down to the point where I have to do a little drifter's patch, and it actually builds character and keeps structural integrity pretty good. So I'm gonna show you the side that actually has a split. I did both sides for customization purposes, but the side that's truly broken is this one, and this little job that I did fixed it pretty much. I can be as rough as I need to be with it now, and it's not gonna break no more. So the little thing I did, it was a good fix. It actually fixed it, and it made it look 2 times as cooler, considering it has like the stitching marks on it. So yeah, and if you want to see the paint job on the inside of it, I didn't do bad on that either. Yep, it's completely clean. There was a little rough edging here, and you can see that where the paint splattered, but everything else is a smooth job, pearlescent paint job. To give you a last view at the body before we go and talk about this thing some more. So this is everything. You got your rear shots, the spot over here with the drifter's patch, monster symbol, and as we go up over the roof, you got an afterglow symbol. Then we got wolf on the top. And then we also have a light bar too, which I'll be showing later in the video. We got teeth on the front, just for show. So this wasn't a bad build. It looks pretty nice in my opinion. I think I did the paint pretty good, and I'm happy with it pretty much. So let's get on to the inside. No more talking about the body. We're done with that. Alright, for the innards, as I said, the servo has been changed, so instead of running a regular plastic link, we are running a metal link for it, basically. The link before was weak, in my opinion, so the new torque servos with the metal in them come with this one. And it's basically a tie rod connected to the servo horn and servo spring itself, and you can even hear the torque, and it's not even on. We're sticking with the same electronics because fact is, this is a $929.99 RC, and if it wasn't really pumping as much power as it is now, I would have changed this a long time ago. But the reason I won't change it is you're instantly granted 50 miles per hour, like 30 volts of energy. I mean, what else could you really ask for? Which is why I won't get another engine, because there's already a Vet's tech in here. You got a extremely large blower, a giant engine underneath with a, what do they call that? The cooler on it, basically. And you got the but the receiver box over here. I mean, the electronics are pretty good. They're really advanced. You got a heat sink on here. I will not change the engine for a long time until it burns out or doesn't work anymore, because all of this is pretty advanced. 50 miles per hour, instant wheelies, braking and traction is pretty good. Let's get deeper into the build though. The suspension holders, these have not broken at all. I've cartwheeled this thing pretty bad. I've banged it up, I've smashed it up. We even have tracks back there with rocks. Big rocks get busted up in there, everything, and nothing has broke. 4 months owning this, been rough with it the whole time. Nothing has broke. The shocks are still new, and the wheelie bar is getting ate up a little bit, but that's really nothing. That's just wear and tear of what's really gonna happen. Then we got where the light kit and light bar are established right there, which link up to the front area. And the bumper is new. It comes from Proline. The body comes from Proline. The bumper comes from Proline, and the light too. So that's pretty much everything. Everything is still stock. So it lasted that long, and it's gonna last even longer. And we're gonna be going into winter with this, and I'll post some videos of it melting in the winter or snow damping. All of that, but for now it's doing pretty good. Everything is stopped. The wheels have not shredded themselves yet or nothing. In my opinion, this is the rail's strongest RC. Is it the rail's biggest RC? No, but it is the rail's strongest. Any big RC that hits the ground will flop and break. This one hits the ground and it's here to stay. This will not break. This will not fail you. The servo though, one thing I have to say is when you get it, replace the servo instantly, because I'm not going to kiss any brand's butt. The servo that Praxis put in the XMAXX originally is a bad servo, and I prefer when you get it, switch to the metal geared servo, because it'll save you a lot of time and a lot of money in the long run. It sounds stupid to pay for something even though you already got it from out of the box, but it'll save you some time and money down the road of whatever else you're trying to get. So we're gonna put the batteries in and everything, just to give you a little show of what, you know, it can do and what's up with it, stuff like that. Basically, I'm gonna give it a little run, something quick, and it's gonna look real nice when it turns on. So give me a couple of seconds, and this gives me an opportunity to show you a mechanism I really like about the XMAXX, besides the one where it clamps the body on. It's two mechanisms actually. Okay. All right. Let's turn it around. Now this is what I like. The smoothness of how you do this. It's so simple. You just click them out and then click them back in. And this really ensures your battery stays in there. And that's depending if you're running tracks. If you're running something a bit skinnier and smaller, good luck to you. You better use the included battery stopper if you're planning to use batteries that are like smaller than the width of the catchers, because they will not fit. And I'm not sure if I can catch this on camera, but there is a little spark that happens when you plug it up, and I do want to try to catch that. It's kind of beautiful. So let's see if we can catch that camera. Alright. I'm not sure if I could catch it. Let's see. Let's see. Alright. It's hard to catch all of this. Alright, let's... Not sure if you can see it, but you could definitely hear that little noise. So let's turn it on. From a standpoint, it looks pretty nice. It's a really bright light on the front there. I'm gonna put the body on. Roll it forward a little bit. And there's that's the XMAXX. It's a pretty big guy, it gets the job done. And it's very strong. Now there's one thing I have to do is I have to unplug it and plug it back in. And I unplug it but turn it off with the button. Okay. There's the XMAXX. It's very strong and it sounds very good. And when the front lifts up, when the RC goes, even going slow, the front lifts up. So it's a very big guy, very fast, very strong, and we're gonna do a little speed run of it real quick. So let me park it just for that. Not gonna go too fast. Alright, so there we go. Now let's prop it up with some tires. Don't know how many we really need, but to prop it up, I believe I need 3. Front part is propped up. Now we gotta do the front. Make sure everything's secure when it starts, because that jolt is going to be extremely powerful. And if you have an XMAXX at home, do not try this. Don't try to stilt it up on wheels. I'm doing this because I know how to do it. Alright. Let me get the remote. This is it at low throttle. Very violent, very torqueful, very good RC. It's been around for 4 months and it's gonna be around for 4 more months and more after that. When winter hits, like I said, it's gonna be wild. Everything's gonna be pretty cool. So that's the Traxxas XMAXX, aka the Thing. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And remember, you don't have to have an expensive RC to get in the hobby. The cheap way is a good way to go too. Thanks for watching.